Before we begin, Sheffer, the owners of Stelchia Vodka, are gay rights supporters, and so there's no need to boycott their vodka. And they aren't even made in Russia. So do some research before you take active action against something, huh? Vladimir Putin, who I will now call Vlad the Impaler, has passed numerous laws that go against what he calls, well, non-traditional sexual orientation propaganda. In other words, homosexual propaganda. But he gave it a nice general term because, according to him, his country does not stand for discrimination against LGBTQ youth at all. No, not at all. So he gave it the nice name of non-traditional sexual orientation. And the stance is that they are banning this propaganda because it could be harmful to children and their development. This includes holding hands with a same-sex partner, kissing in public, as well as declaring that you are gay. You can be arrested and put in jail and face a $31,000 fine or 20 years of imprisonment. I live on this earth. Also, people of non-traditional sexual orientation are not allowed to have children, whether it's adopted or biological. Foreigners who are of non-traditional sexual orientation are also not allowed to adopt children from their country. Yay! Foreigners that do come into the country and violate their non-traditional homosexual propaganda law can face up to 14 days in jail before they are allowed to leave. One wonders if this would apply to any of the gay athletes that are arriving in Russia for the Winter Olympics. And yes, it does. Vlad the Impaler's beliefs are enforced by the Catholic Church, and his reasoning behind his stance against homosexuals, non-traditional sexual orientation, is that they cause a decline in birth rates, which in turn threatens the stability of their army. It also, get this, I didn't know this myself until I read this. Homosexuality also increases divorce rates, just the existence of it. And Vlad is all about traditional family values. That's why he publicly announced his divorce from his wife. Fantastic. Vlad himself claims no hatred towards non-traditional sexual orientation people. That doesn't stop his citizens from going after such people themselves. As I speak, there are over 500 groups on US-owned website VK.com. It's a social networking website. And these groups are dedicated in their battle against pedophilia. Which of course means targeting specifically gay male teenagers and enticing them to come over a house or a location with the promise of a date. Then they are beaten, tortured, and forced to confess on camera in front of the whole world that they are indeed non-traditional sexual orientation.
Of course!
There have been some reports of suicides after such events take place, and leading this noble cause is a neo-Nazi group with their leader named Maxim Tzak, is his nickname. Tzak translates to cleaver. So this heroic person, Marcinkovic, am I saying it right? Why don't you come on air and tell me if I'm saying it right. What would happen if these men they were targeting were women? Or better yet, if they were Jews or Christians? There would be a worldwide public outcry. But no, they're gay, so no one cares, no one gives a shit. So I'm asking Mr. Marcinkovic, or anyone like him, really, one question. Without using your personal tastes or superstitious beliefs, aka the Bible, explain to me how me sticking my dick in another consenting adult's ass who's the same gender as me, how does that upset your daily life? How exactly does that bring about the downfall of society? You can't just say it's gross because a woman with ginormous boobs may even be gross to a straight person, a fully straight person, and that wouldn't condone them to go out and kill and attack women who have oversized breasts. And you also can't use superstitious beliefs, because those are, again, feelings that you hold inside yourself. There's no tangible evidence that comes about your beliefs. Using practical means, evidence, whatever, explain to me how my private sexual activities with another consenting, fully grown, intelligent adult somehow disrupts the entire fabric of society. And another thing to you, you cowardly piece of shit, how exactly does homosexuality lower birth rates? I mean, I see where you're getting at, that, you know, instead of getting drunk in a bar and just spontaneously fucking random women and having a bunch of bastards running around the country, I get that. That'd be a difference. You know, that's not necessarily going to happen if you're gay and you're just promiscuous about everywhere you go. I understand that. I get that point. And how does it increase divorce rates? How does that even work? How does that even play out? Well, honey, I know we've been married for 30 years, but I can't do it anymore. We gotta get a divorce.
Honey, but why? I love you.
Well, my dear, you see, it's because of those homosexuals. They're out and around, they're living in our country, they're doing the things that they want, and I just, you know, they're having all this fun. They're having all this fun, and I want to have fun too. So I woke up this morning, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I just pressed the gay button. So I'm gay now, and we just gotta get a divorce.
Well, in this case, I'm gonna be a lesbian then.
And to Vlad the Impaler, Putin, you Hitler wannabe motherfucker, I know you won't respond to anything I say, because to you I'm just a mere foreign peasant. So all I can do is say that I hope someone comes out there and murders you with oil and fire. And so if you care at all about human rights or any of these issues, you'll support a boycott of the Russian Olympics. And if the whole LGBTQ thing doesn't get you motivated, keep in mind too that they're highly against foreigners in their country. They're outright attacking them in public. There's even a video of 2 foreigners being executed because their neo-Nazi cowardly leader was arrested. And so there's a movement going on in Russia. There's over estimated 70,000 neo-Nazis organized into a group, going out, beating up foreigners, gay people, any minority they can blame all their life's problems on. And just to get you even further motivated, here are just some documented examples. A 39-year-old man was kicked and stabbed to death because he was supposedly gay. A man was also murdered for proposing sex with another man, supposedly. Vladislav Turnovoy, 23 years old, was murdered by his friends because he came out to them that he was gay. They tortured him, they sodomized him with beer bottles, they smashed his head in with a stone, but only after they tried to set his clothes on fire and slashed his anal area with sharp objects.
Andrei refuses to believe his son could possibly have been gay. To suggest it, he says, dishonours his memory. Detectives brought one of the suspects back here to show them, using a mannequin, how he attacked his friend. He has known Vladislav since childhood. They ask him why.
То, что он сказал, что он гомосек.
He says because he said he was a fag.
So like Hitler did with the Jews, and especially the homosexuals, with the pink triangle, look it up. Russia is now doing the same thing to its gay people. I mean, non-traditional skin color. I mean, non-traditional sexual orientation. Fuck you. Fuck. At least Hitler was out in the open about his hatred towards a specific minority group. You just kind of play it off nonchalantly. You fucking hypocritical, cowardly motherfucker. Vladimir Putin. Vlad the Impaler. Am I the only one that gives a shit about such subjects? All the things that we think are vastly important don't really hold a candle when things like this are going on. In this day and age, this is the year 2013. Remember when we used to watch movies in the 80s and even 90s or before, and they would always have these depictions of the future being this wonderful utopia with flying cars and people loving freely and spaceships and all diseases are cured? Where is that? It seems like we just got stagnant. We're all caught up in our iPhones and our Maddens and our Call of Duties. I know I can start somewhere, and we can start by boycotting the Russian Winter Olympics. Anyone care to join me? Spread the word, share this video with your friends, family, like, subscribe. Do so. Get it out there. Good luck.